amazing how many people have come up to me today and yesterday and said, why are you here? You're a refinery, as if it was a swear word. So I'm just going to say why we're here. We are a refinery, yes. We do make products that everybody still uses. We make products that go into your cars, into the planes, into ships that bring your products in, and into ships that export our products out of the country. We also, I think probably everybody in this auditorium has touched on one of our products, whether you're holding an iPhone in your hand that has a little bit of our technology we produce in the Humber refinery, or whether you've filled up on a petrol station within the Midlands area, chances are you've used one of our products. So we're here because we produce something that's needed, but we also need to be part of the solution, and that is why we're here. We want to be making our products in a better way, in a cleaner way, and looking at alternatives, including carbon capture, which, funnily enough, links straight onto skills. There's an issue with skills. We all know we've got an issue with skills. There's a lack of interest in STEM. There's a lack of diversity in STEM. Probably, let's face it, there's a lack of diversity here in the conference over the 2 days. There's a lack of diversity of us all stood on the stands downstairs. People say, why is it important? Why do you need diversity? Well, for us to get these solutions and get the answers to these problems, we need diversity of thought. And without diversity of thought and full inclusion in our industry, we're not going to get these wildcard ideas that actually turn into something really quite fantastic. So that's why we're here, and that is why skills are just unbelievably important. A couple of pictures on what do we do? What do we do for skills? What do you do for skills? Really, I go to so many meetings and I hear people moaning across the table going, we're not getting skills, we're not getting people into the industry. What are the schools doing about it? Why aren't they doing enough about it? Well, in a time that's fairly critical and money crunching for schools, it's not just down to the schools, it's down to us as businesses, it's down to us as industries. We need to be stepping forward and saying, this is who we are, this is a fantastic careers that we've got available, you can be part of this solution. It's great we were having a lot of conversations in the green room, it's great taking a day off school and marching down the street for a better tomorrow. But maybe stay in school, study that little bit harder and look at these products and think, well, how can I change it? How can I be that difference that I want to make? At Phillips 66, I'm really lucky that it's an American company that really cares about what we do and how we do it. It's not just about making the products, it's about being responsible, it's about being inclusive, and it's about being the leader in everything we can, whether that is finding new ways to do products or whether that is on our education outreach. We have a team of amazing volunteers, and we're lucky as a big company we can spare them time. This year, where are we? November, we've given about 2,000 hours of volunteer time just into education outreach. And that's great, but there's so many smaller companies out there, there's micro businesses out there, there's companies that could just give an hour, and there's companies out there, or organisations out there that are there to help you. I've only got 5 minutes on here, which is quite frustrating, because for those of you that know me, I talk quite a lot, and I get really passionate about this. And if I had my own way, I'd be up and down with a notepad getting you all to sign up a commitment that you're actually going to walk out of here and say, right, I am going to do something. I'm going to look at the local school. I'm going to contact the Careers Hub, see how they can help me. I'm going to look at STEM ambassadors. There's so many places that are desperate for you to import into schools, to import into education. And it just takes a phone call to start, a phone call that may end up with you inspiring somebody to follow us into our industry. And it sounds quite simple, but the results are quite phenomenal. For those that are local that took part in the Green Power race this year, it's not the end of the year yet, this year in Hull, a fabulous day. Schools from across the Yorkshire Humber region that have been working on these kit cars, that have had businesses sponsoring them, that have had young engineers and technicians going in and supporting them, and to see the work that delivered, not just in STEM, but in giving self-confidence, in giving self-worth. I put a picture up there of 2 young lads in a car. And the saying was, when I said, what would you say? Would you advise somebody to do this? And he said, yes. And that was his comment. Always look forward to the future. Never bring yourself down. And if you get an opportunity to make your life or your career better, then go for it. Now, this young man was at a student referral unit. He'd been expelled from schools and pretty much given up on. And when we first met him, his head was hung low. He didn't really want to take part in anything. He didn't think he was worth anything. And at the end of this, his head was high, his shoulders were back, and that was purely from a business taking a little bit of time into his life and showing him he's worth something. It doesn't take a lot to make a massive difference. Thank you.